So thank you guys so much for being here today. As you guys can see, we are here with Lance Bass and Michael Turchin, and I have waited for this podcast for a while, and I'm beyond excited today to talk about so much and some things that we need to clarify for the world. But first of all, congratulations. We are so close. We are almost there. We're in like the safety zone. So like if we delivered like right this minute while we're sitting here, I think things would be totally fine.
Yeah, I think today we actually hit 30 weeks. Today.
Perfect. Yeah. Then this is a great day because I always tell people just get to 30 weeks. Yeah. And babies generally do incredibly well after delivering if they're 30 weeks and on. And I'm sure you're going to do by far. I wouldn't be surprised if we go straight to the due date with a beautiful delivery.
Great. Oh, wow. Well, I hope it's not November 6th. We're hoping they come a little early.
Well, if November 6th is the 40th week, twins never go then. They never let them go. They usually deliver at 38 weeks. But I've been asked a lot if we planned for your kids to come just around Halloween because you love Halloween so much.
Yeah, let's just go with that. Yeah.
And I said that, I'm really good, but no, we did not go there. Like we were just ready to get pregnant.
Yeah. It was just serendipitous that it happened that way.
Yeah, it really was.
I've always dreamt of having Halloween babies, and it looks like we might have them. So,
and you know what? And you're going to be having little Halloween birthday parties. I had friends that were born around Halloween, and every single year they had Halloween-themed birthdays, and it was always fun.
I mean, you usher in the Halloween season with your kids' birthday parties. That's the perfect
literally
scenario.
What Lance wants.
Yeah.
We just want them to be born before Halloween so we can just do Halloween parties every year.
That's only 10 days before the due date. We can do that.
Okay.
It is so going to happen.
And apparently they're growing really fast right now too, so they're pretty big.
We could do wagers, but I know it's going to come right around then because you deserve your favorite holiday to have your babies then.
I love it.
So I'm so excited to talk because I want to talk about one thing just to get it out of here because there was some comments out there and that we've all noticed and saying that how many times we had to do IVF. And I really wanted to clarify this. So we had to, like almost everyone else, go through a bunch of donors. I mean, we have people that want to donate their eggs and we don't test every single person beforehand. And the process when you go through a donor and you like their look and you like what you've learned and read about them is that you do some preliminary testing. Hormone tests such as like the AMH that tells us if there's a good reserve of eggs or not. And sometimes they look perfect and they're young and they don't have a great egg reserve. And we wanted to make sure that we had an excellent egg reserve because we needed to divide the eggs into two, half and half, to make sure everyone had a great chance. So we did not do IVF 12 times or 9 times or whatever it was. No,
God, no.
we did IVF, and you guys have been very open about the fact that we all have to go through a miscarriage together. And that was hard.
Which we found is so common. I mean, it's weird. I guess just in the last 5 years, I feel like it's not taboo to talk about IVF and surrogacy, and people are so open and honest about it now. So when we had our miscarriage, we had tons of friends reaching out to us telling their same exact experience. So we're like part of a family
So I'm glad that we talked about that and the fact that, when I had a child and the next time we got pregnant, we had a miscarriage too. And after that miscarriage, we did not get pregnant for about 2 years. And that's when we did IVF to have our twins. So it happens. And until we had that miscarriage, then a million people are like, we had a miscarriage too. We had a miscarriage too. So I think it's become much more open and accepted. And, sometimes, talking about it early on is a little harder because people keep asking you how things are going, and I'm sorry, I had a miscarriage. But we're beyond that. We now have 2 beautiful babies coming, 2 beautiful, beautiful babies. What have you guys done? Are you ready? Are you excited? I want to know.
Can you ever be fully ready? I don't know.
No, we're like mentally ready, but we're physically, literally not ready at all.
We're in the middle of construction.
We're in the middle of construction. The nursery is in shambles. It's not even a nursery right now. It is just
and during COVID, it is very hard to build anything because just to get the inspector to come after every little step of the way, it takes a week or 2 for them to even come and inspect it. So
you're adding rooms?
We are. We're adding
a room and a
nursery.
bathroom, and it's just been a nightmare.
And you're paying 5 times the price for lumber, but that's
indeed.
So if the babies come too early, I guess we're gonna have to just.
They're just gonna be crashing with us in the bedroom.
Yeah,
so
our closet.
I gotta tell you, there's a very good chance, when they arrive, they don't need much. a little bassinet and some onesies.
I mean, true.
And diapers. I think that this country is a gimmick for getting people to buy a million unnecessary things. Yes. We had bought so many things that we never even used. So be careful.
I know. That's right. Well, luckily, thank God, we are getting. People are sending us stuff left and right. We don't even know what we're being sent, but like
we get a box a day, or like
boxes
my gosh.
of just things we haven't even discovered what they are yet. So luckily, we're not breaking the bank too much on that.
Yeah. So our house is like a hoarder's house because we have all this baby stuff which we don't have any idea what is what.
In boxes like in our living room right now.
I'm gonna send my wife over.
Can she help us organize?
She'll get you organized and tell you what to get rid of. And if she's had one baby twice and she's had twins once, so she's gonna get you guys really organized.
Okay,
I actually need to send you guys to a class that you need to sign up for. It's for first-time parents of twins, and it's actually right close to your home, Sherman Oaks, Beverly Glen. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Jackie Rosenberg is her name. She's amazing.
I've heard of Jackie Rosenberg.
She has a class that is for people having one kid, the first kid, and then one for twins.
That
and I don't know why I didn't think of that, but yes, we
Definitely
need to get you guys.
Do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already have our night nurse. We did that.
I've
took
been
care of
reading
that
a lot.
months ago.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Is it someone? Did she work for friends of yours?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and they loved her.
Yes.
Perfect. So
Yeah,
you're good.
we went to the pickiest friend who went through about 6 night nurses, and we knew that whatever she ended with is going to be the perfect one. Yeah.
Very good way of doing it. Very good way of doing it. Have you guys had some fun this summer? Because this was almost your last hoorah.
I know.
Kind of, right?
We've been trying. I mean, we worked a lot this summer, but everywhere we went, we would pretend it was vacation. And we actually got to go to Provincetown this year for a week with our friends for 4th of July. So that was pure vacation, although it rained half the time.
Yeah, I mean, we had like little trips here and there.
Yeah.
Like, we went to Mexico for work, but
we
it was
made
kind
a
of like a vacation.
I was hosting Bachelor in Paradise, and so we had to quarantine for a while in this gorgeous resort. It was the best work situation ever.
That sounds really rough, guys.
So
really rough.
So rough. So we had a nice Mexican vacation / work trip. Yeah.
That's fun.
That was our baby moon.
Yeah, you're going to be doing well. Do you talk to your surrogate often?
We do.
Yes.
Pretty much daily. Yeah, she's so great. She's up in Washington, and just a really, really sweet girl. And in fact, our assistant Giggles, she is from Washington, so she met her a few days ago. She went and saw her.
Oh, I remember she was lovely.
Yes.
She was great. But I'm just, everyone's very different, the relationship they want to have. But I find it to be very awkward when someone doesn't have a lot to do with their surrogate who's carrying their future
carrying
children.
their baby. At least you have to communicate.
I've seen that in a lot of people. It's just strange to me because she'll always be our angel mom. I mean, she's gonna, she's such a part of their lives. So I want our kids to know exactly who she is.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a great idea, and I think it's really special to kind of stay in touch afterwards as well.
For sure. We will. We'll stay in touch with her forever.
Yeah.
What do you guys think, looking back, was one of the hardest parts of this entire process for you?
Ooh.
I think the waiting, you have a plan in your head of like when you want to start a family, and of course that's never going to go the way you want it. So I think, I'm a very impatient person, so I had to learn how to really have patience during this process.
Yeah, and just the waiting to know if you're pregnant, waiting to know if the pregnancy is
scary
gonna stick.
moments.
Like that's the scariest for sure. But also like another hard thing for us was just finding the right egg donor. We went through a bunch, and just because there's so many things you think about, like their health and education and what they look like.
One would have such a random kind of disease in their side of the family that might match Michael's, and it's like a 2% chance they would get it.
So a few times you got our hopes up on some certain egg donors, and then we're like, no, we weren't good matches, so we had to start over again. But you know what? It worked out because we found the egg donor we love the most out of anyone, and she ended up working out.
Yeah, what we've learned is the universe gives you exactly what you're supposed to have.
Oh, yeah. I'm a firm believer.
And it is kind of the perfect situation. We love our egg donor. We love our surrogate. We love that we have 2 coming.
And even timing, like we thought, this was actually a much better time now than it would have been like a couple years ago when we were going to be pregnant the first time.
I'm a firm believer that things happen for a reason. And I'm not saying that you were meant to have a miscarriage before, But in some ways, going through those lessons in life kind of really allow you. And if you guys remember, we only had one embryo that took then.
Yeah.
And I think this is going to be incredibly special to be able to have, two arrive at the same time.
Yeah.
It's an incredible dynamic. And every single patient that has ever had twins from me has called me and told me, like, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, as a parent of twins,
Yeah.
it is truly an unbelievable gift. It is definitely at times going to be a lot of work,
Yeah.
but in many ways, it's easier too. If you have one kid and like 2 years old running around in a diaper, and you've got another like newborn that's like a month old,
Schedules,
like that is much harder.
I feel like that was a big reason why I wanted twins.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't imagine, because we would definitely want more than one child. And so I couldn't imagine having
And
a
he's a
newborn.
twin also.
Yeah, I'm a twin. I couldn't imagine having a newborn and then like a 2-year-old running around
Oh, my
requiring
gosh.
all your attention, but then you have a newborn to have to take care of.
And
it's
could you
just-
imagine breastfeeding on top of that? Going around.
Well,
This one's on this
yes.
schedule.
Well,
you
that's
got a 2-year-old
also
running around.
a perk of being two gay dads.
Yeah.
There's,
No
there's
breastfeeding.
not even the option of breastfeeding.
Yeah.
So we don't have to even
Well,
think
there
about
is. They
that.
have those machines now that you could wear, and it
I
indicates
thought you're wearing one right now.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
Yeah, he just unbuckles that strap and it pops
in
out.
fact,
I
I'm
thought in
sure-
a second a gold breast is going to fall out
Yeah.
with a tassel on the end.
And I'm sure in one of those boxes of our house is this contraption.
I'm sure there's a fake boob.
Yeah.
One of those boxes for us.
The visual of that is really bothering me right now, but it's okay. You know what? Feeding 2 kids at once, bathing 2, and putting 2 to bed at once is
Yeah.
really great. And the fact that they have each other to play with and be with each other is really great.
Yeah.
You're going to notice. Have you guys talked about the genders of your babies?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
we have.
Boy and a girl.
Okay, perfect. Your daughter's going to be like a second or first mom to
Yeah.
your kid, to your
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of how it is. Women, the baby girls are
mature quicker,
much,
right? Yeah.
much more advanced than the boys.
That's how I was with my twin sister. By the time my sister could walk, I still couldn't crawl. And just kind of, we had that relationship my entire life. Like, she kind of was the boss, and she led the way, and I just happily followed her.
Yeah, I guess my sister's an anomaly because I was 3 years younger, and I felt like I'm the one who helped raise her.
Oh, wow.
Well, she just was resentful that finally you were born. So that was, yeah, if you were twins, it might have been different.
Are you still close with your twin sister?
Yes, I talk to her pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's nice.
yeah, we're super close.
That's so nice. Yeah, I see my twins they're just beyond close.
Yeah.
Well, you have an instant best friend.
Yeah.
Just immediately.
It's true, and just like growing up, I remember as a little kid, like, our parents would be like taking naps, and if I was just by myself, I'd probably be bothering them. Like, my parents had it good. I just have to say.
Do you have any other siblings?
They did.
No, just us two, and we just entertained ourselves, and it was so much fun.
So they left you alone a lot? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
but like my parents, I just remember them taking lots of naps.
Yeah.
Like, they'd always be taking naps. I'm like, oh, I guess they're napping.
So
Okay.
is your family local?
No, my family lives in Miami Beach,
Oh, wow. And what about your sister?
Miami as well.
Oh, wow. So they're I can imagine, beyond excited.
Yes, very excited.
Are these their first grandkids?
Yeah, on my side, yeah, it's the first
Wow.
grandkids in my family. Lance's parents already have 3 grandchildren.
That are like almost out of high school.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But
Yeah.
no little babies.
No
So
babies.
it's really fun to go
And
through
in
this
fact,
again.
my sister was really contemplating having another baby just because she misses having a baby because all of her kids are teenagers. And I'm like, Stacy,
No.
please stop. Don't do this to yourself. We're going to have the kids. You'll get your fix. So they got you.
Both of your sisters tell them that they have a lot of stuff to do for you.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes. And they will. I can't wait.
Yeah.
And we're going to be living in Miami half of the year, too. So
Are you?
Yeah, so we'll be close to grandma. And
For fun?
just
Yeah.
we want to be close to family.
I think
know.
that's a phenomenal idea.
So we
Yeah.
figure we'll be half, we're going to keep our place here, but then,
They'll probably go to school down there.
yeah, we'll see when they get old enough to
Yeah.
go to like school where we want to actually like base ourselves. But for the first few years, we're going to be like 50-50 for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, that's great. Do you guys have a place out there?
No,
Not yet. We started looking.
Worst time ever.
During the
Yeah, I
pandemic.
know.
It was
so
horrible.
it was
No.
anyone who bought a place before that. But I don't know if you guys remember before the pandemic, like Miami prices were so low.
Oh, you
Dirt
don't,
you could get-
you don't even understand. Because
Everything's 3 times now.
literally
It's
tripled.
Crazy.
I have had friends, my good friends who bought a house. I mean, they're very well off. They bought a house 2 years ago for $6 million, and now they just put it on the market again, 2 years later for 18 million.
Oh wow!
It's
I
literally
have
3
heard
times the
so
price.
many stories like this.
Beyond.
In the very cool apartment buildings in or condo buildings that
Yeah.
are like right there in the heart of South Beach.
Oh, yeah.
Like there were apartments that they couldn't give away. There's nothing available now.
Nothing. And there's nothing, even just the houses, like, we're not looking for, like, a crazy big house or anything. We just want, like, a little cute house in Miami, you know? And houses that were under $1 million are now, like, 2.5, 3 million. And it's like, what?
Well,
is
we
going
can
on?
blame. I think we can blame the New York City people.
It's 100%
who
they
have
did.
all run away from New York
It's-
City, and every single person is there now.
That is the reason.
I know. Well, hopefully it'll correct itself in the next year. By the time we get over to Miami
don't
next
know.
year, it'll be
Yeah,
a little
I mean,
better.
you're not going to be dragging your 3-month-old babies, so I think by the time they're like, I'm going to keep an eye for you guys too.
Yeah,
True. We can
yeah.
also maybe we'll look for a condo if all else fails.
All right.
Yeah,
can
let's
see Lynn,
let's
yeah.
see if we can get you guys a deal. Hopefully
Yeah,
there'll be
we need
some
a
kind of
deal.
deal. If anyone is listening
listening.
I just
and wants
wanted-
to sell without a broker,
Yeah, I just want a walking distance to the grandparents. Like, I think that would just be so perfect to be in the same neighborhood so we can walk over there every day. It's perfection.
I love Miami.
Yeah. Oh, it's great.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's such a great city.
It's a very special city. It goes through its ups and downs for sure, but
really
right
does,
now it's a real up.
Big up
really
right
good
now.
up.
Is anyone going to be coming in for the delivery?
My
You're gonna
mother
wait a little bit.
will.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom is going to be there for the delivery. Your mom will probably be there for the delivery.
No.
No, she's not.
No,
Okay.
I already discussed this with her. I said, you know what? Let us. They're gonna come meet us in LA soon thereafter.
Okay.
Once we get back home and everything, but like coming to Washington and all that, no, my family.
Yeah.
I said just wait because we don't even know she can go into labor at any time at this point. So
Yeah.
like I'm like it's too confusing to try to like figure out when they're gonna come. So I'm like just wait till they're
Yeah.
born and then you come over. And
If it's
visit them.
planned, it'll be easy, and my mom will probably be there. But yeah, like you said, it most likely will be she's in labor. Get on the next flight, and then we'll probably miss it. But we'll get up there as soon as we can, and then mom will just meet us back home because we're gonna need mom's help for at least the first week or two.
Yeah, I actually think meeting you back home
Yeah.
versus in the hospital is probably a better idea.
I know, and because of COVID, I don't think we're even allowed to be in the delivery room up in Washington. They're being super strict.
Have you discussed that with the hospital yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you do COVID testing?
Yeah, that's what our surrogate was saying. The doctor was telling her that we probably won't be able to be in the actual. I know, it's sad.
Wow. That just
But,
kind of.
Yeah, I know. It's like
I would
but
make a couple phone calls if I were you.
Well, we're
Yeah,
going
we'll
to.
ask for sure.
I'm
Yeah.
sure they'll maybe fudge it around.
That's okay.
Pretend we're not saying that if that's illegal.
No, I mean I meant like the legal way. I could even
yeah,
write.
yeah, of
I'm
course,
happy to
of
write a medical letter or like,
do.
whatever we need to. We could do. We're well connected at SCRC. We can make some calls here and there.
Okay, great.
That's going to be exciting. That's going to be beyond exciting. I wanted to touch base with a couple things. That people that are in exactly the same shoes as you.
Yeah.
It's daunting to be a gay couple and want to start doing this process, not knowing what to do
Totally.
and how to do it and how to find a clinic or a doctor or anything like that.
Yeah.
What advice would you give someone who's just about to get started?
Yeah. Talk to your friends that have gone through it. I mean, that's exactly, how we found you and everyone that we worked with during this whole process. We had friends that went through it, and they recommended the best people. And so I think that's just the best way of starting it, at least.
Yeah, and just you just do each step at a time. Like find a great doctor like you.
Thank you.
And then you can go from there. Just find that doctor, at least know the beginnings of how to even begin IVF and everything you need, and that's the most important. And from there, it's easier. Then you'll know where to go to find your egg donor and your surrogate and all this.
So I once in a while get someone that comes to me because they found a surrogacy agency and they signed up with them, and then I really appreciate the fact that you guys brought that up, and I want to stress this.
Yeah.
I think it's beyond important to find your doctor that you click with,
Yes.
who has great success rates and a phenomenal IVF lab before doing anything.
Totally.
People are signing up for a surrogate. I'm like, you don't even have an embryo yet.
Yeah.
So, I think the order that I would, the order that I would recommend it is that if you're thinking about you're ever going to have kids, first start saving. because this is
Yes.
a daunting process financially as well.
It is, yes.
And someone once told me, I was at a conference and I loved what this person said. It's like, yeah, you want to have kids? Great that you're here. Did you start saving 5 years ago?
Yeah, right.
So I would definitely start putting something aside regularly, because this process is expensive.
Yeah.
And I don't believe in doing this in like India. And I don't believe in the poor and the sad stories I've heard of patients of mine that did go to try to do the cheaper route in other countries and the disasters that have happened to them. So there's something about fertility in the U.S., which is, in my opinion, probably the best in the entire world. But saving is probably the first thing. I think the second thing is you guys did it right. I mean, you talk to your doctors. I have patients of mine that came to me from other clinics and other places, and they just picked them like random and didn't have really good reasons and didn't have great experiences. And when someone goes through this entire process, they're going to be able to tell you, yeah, I love my doctor. I would not get near that clinic again.
Yeah, totally. And also, I think, like for example, like my sister, we're twins, the same age, and I'm 34. So like, I told her like, because my sister's is wanting children. I'm like, but you don't even know how fertile you are or anything. If you're a girl, I would say just freeze your eggs. If you
She has not. Wait a minute.
No,
she has
exactly.
not froze her
Done that
eggs.
yet.
I've told her this for years now, and she's finally making an appointment. Like,
Well,
this
I
month.
can tell her to where to go in Miami.
Okay.
I mean, I have good friends in Miami that
Well-
I think are excellent doctors.
Well, then after this, please tell me, and
Yeah,
I will
for sure we
let
will.
her know. Because I told her when she turned 30,
But you know,
I'm like, you
do
need
you
to freeze
know,
your eggs.
Do you know
now."
how many patients I have that come from other states to do this with me, including Florida?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're happy to you can even start the process somewhere else and then fly in and do the retrieval in the lab and the clinic that you really like.
Oh wow.
And there's several companies now that cover that with their insurance.
Has she checked to see if she has that coverage?
No,
bi-
please. My sister has not checked anything out.
Okay, so we're going to give her a call after this, but
She needs to get on this.
No, she does. I'm
'Cause
like, Lauren,
now ladies
you're-
out there, I mean, at early 20s are doing it. They're just storing it. They're like, okay, let's.
I had someone
safe.
today, 24 years of age, and she's like, I want to just put my eggs aside because I'm tired of hearing these horror stories of women that have completely ignored this. And guys, you saw it. You saw women in their 20s that were being egg donors, and they didn't have great reserve of eggs already.
Yeah, already.
So not every single woman in their 20s is incredibly fertile.
No, and it's just important just to check out your fertility, even if you're even thinking about you possibly want a child. Well, you should just check to see how fertile you are at that point anyway, because you might, there's surprises that just pop up that you wouldn't even think would be an issue. So that's what I'm telling my sister.
Absolutely. So we'll definitely discuss this after with you about your sister.
Yeah.
But I think that order of finding the physician, then finding a great egg donor, I actually think it's smart to make your embryos and then financially wait until you do the surrogacy process.
Totally.
And you do it step by step in the order it makes sense. Find the great clinic and a good doc, then find the great egg donor, make your beautiful embryos and make sure you have them, and then you go down the path of surrogacy. I just find it doesn't make sense to me that people jump to the surrogate before doing anything.
And I think it's because you get told so many times, like, you should start the surrogacy now because
Takes so
sometimes it
long.
takes like 2 years to find one. But I find that's not true. I mean, every surrogate we found was pretty
we
easy.
went through two, and we found both of them fairly easy.
Yeah.
So, in our clinic, the way that we do it is we have someone that actually does a search for you, and she is incredibly well connected. She'll reach out to like the top 10, 15 clinics that or agencies that she knows and tells you, oh, agency 3 and 6 have people ready to go right now.
Yeah.
I used to have people that came to me from different surrogacy agencies, and like they're like, yeah, we've been in queue for like 9 months now, and we have 6 more to go. And to me, that makes no sense.
I know. It's just crazy.
And we've all heard about people that have waited like 2 years for a
Yeah.
surrogate. There is something wrong if the agency can't find you
Right,
someone in
yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
I think that's absolutely. I mean, it's crazy to me too. But like, that's what you're told. So like, that's what we were so scared of when we started our journey. Like, what if it takes us years just to find a surrogate? 'Cause that's what we heard, but it really was not the case for us.
Not at all. And our second one was just as easy as the first. We just randomly were right across the street at Rocco's, and then my friend Taylor, who started Elevate, the company that we ended up
And they're
using.
doing a great job. And boy,
Yeah.
your kids are going to have play dates, guys.
I
Oh,
know, because
know.
their babies
I know, they're about to
are
have a baby too.
weeks apart from ours.
Oh, wow.
I
That's
know.
exciting.
So
But
many
it was
people.
it was fate that brought them into our laps at that moment because we had just had the miscarriage. We're like going to start the new the process again, and I didn't even know he had started this. I'm like, wait, you're into fertility? Like, okay, and it was meant to be. And they had our egg donor within a week. They knew exactly who it should have been, and she was perfect.
Well,
Yeah.
Taylor and Kyle have done a great job with Elevate, the agency that helps people find egg donors and also surrogates. And I'm very proud of them. I'm very excited for them that they are going to be dads just about the same time that you guys are.
I know, we just went to their baby shower.
Have you guys had your baby shower yet?
No, not yet. We don't. Well, we do have one. Of course, we have known nothing about it because our friends want to surprise us. So I think we're gonna have a couple of baby showers. One with our family and close friends, and then of course we're gonna have to do a baby shower because that's what the gays do. So we're gonna take over Rocco's and throw a huge baby bash.
Basically a reason to party.
Just a reason, yeah. And it'll probably be Halloween themed,
Okay, sure.
baby themed Halloween. I don't know.
Am I going to be invited to this thing?
Of course you're going to
course.
be there. Yeah, but so that one's going to be, a lot different from a normal baby shower, but it'll be a lot of fun.
Very nice, very nice. I think you should milk it as much as you can. I did see someone had given you an unbelievable stroller
Oh
that
my God.
probably weighs like about 150 pounds.
It is a Mac Daddy. It's a twin stroller, I guess.
That's
it's
like a Rolls Royce
It
of
is. It's
strollers,
like
huh?
It
high
is.
end.
It was like the.
We were so happy my fans put that together. They had been collecting money to buy this thing since 2018 when we announced that we
Wow.
wanted to
I
have
know.
kids.
Wait a minute.
I know.
Wait a minute.
They bought it. I know.
Guys,
Yeah.
that is one of the nicest
Isn't that
things I've ever
sweet?
heard. I'm
I
about to
know.
get
I
all
know.
teary-eyed.
We were like,
Your
"Don't get
fans
us
all got
anything."
together
Yeah.
to do
In
that.
2018, they started this. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is really
Yeah,
nice.
it's very, very
fans,
special.
thank you all
I
because that is
know.
impressive. And
It
those are some
is.
loyal fans.
Yeah.
It sure
was
is.
great.
They sure are. Yeah. It's crazy.
Did you guys tell them that you were unable to pick it up because it was so heavy and big?
No. The good thing is they had it all put together and everything and rolled it out.
I'm like, okay, but now I have to put it back in the
I
car.
know.
But I figured it out.
Yeah.
No, they are kind of complicated, some of them, but that one
They
looked like a
are.
really nice one, and I didn't know the story behind it. I just saw like someone had sent it. I didn't even know that it was your fans.
Yeah,
so
it was,
that's
it was fans, like our Twitter fans and Instagram fans that like have this little group. And
have you made any special art for the baby
No,
room?
I'm going
He's
to.
going to,
Once our nursery is actually a
Mm-hmm.
thing, then I can actually look at it and see what I'm going to do.
Because we're designing it now, and I think we have what we want. We know the wallpaper and the cribs we're getting. So now the next step,
Can I just ask, is it like pink and blue?
there is pink and blue
on
yeah.
the wallpaper,
It's-
but we
it's
didn't
really
plan
cool.
for it to be. It just happened to be that color, like the wallpaper we liked.
We're weird and we like pop art. So our wallpaper is this really cool. It has a pink background, but it has these jean jackets,
Like these
all
denim-
these
Oh,
denim
nice.
Over
jackets.
it. Yeah.
It's really cool. We love it. It's
bizarre.
weird, but yeah, we love it.
Our
So-
twins' room was black and white.
Oh yeah.
It had one pink blanket on that crib and one blue one there, and my wife's like, "That's plenty of pink and blue."
too much color.
We like the more colors, the better for us. Like, bring it on.
I know our house is psychotically
Yeah.
colorful.
Yeah, we're eclectic, I would say.
That's good. That's always a really, really good thing. Well, I am really happy that we got a chance to chat today.
Oh, us
Really
too.
happy. I mean, this has
know.
been such a journey for us, and I've been honored to be a part of it.
Oh, likewise.
And I am so happy for you guys because you don't even know what's waiting for you.
I know. I just can't wait for this adventure. I just think life's just going to just be so much better with kids and seeing life through a kid's eyes.
Yeah.
It's just gonna
Not
be
the
so
first
exciting.
3 months, okay?
Yeah,
Let me just let you know right
Yeah,
now,
I-
okay?
that's what
The
everyone
Do
says.
not ever judge anything the first 3 months.
I know.
Because it's tough.
I
The
know.
first 3 months are tough. Like, you don't get
Yes.
you do all that for the kid, you get no expression, you get spit on
yes.
and burped on and vomited on.
That's what everyone says. You're
Well,
just
yeah.
a wiggly little being that.
And I've been reading a lot, and I now know how to swaddle. That's a big thing.
That's a
Yeah.
I was a really good swaddler.
Oh, yeah?
You gotta the tighter the better.
Oh,
I read
God,
this book
okay.
called The Happiest Baby something, and it's all about swaddling and basically explaining that babies actually need to be inside there for 2-3 more months. But I guess evolution, the brains kept getting bigger, and so that's why they come earlier. So that's why they need to feel like they're in the womb for so many weeks after they're born.
Have you seen ever online how the Russians swaddle?
No.
Like if you ever look it up, I used to see this on when I was in med school and stuff. Like they basically put them like bowling pins next to each other. They tie them so tight,
Yeah.
but it immediately it immediately quiets and calms down and soothes the
wow.
kid because it makes them feel like they're in utero again.
Yeah, it's the 5 S's.
Yeah.
Learned all about the 5 S's.
Okay, man, I need to get on my
I know, you gotta read
swaddling
this book, man.
techniques
I'm telling you.
ASAP. I'm gonna go on YouTube later and just take
Oh, yeah,
swaddling
there is
classes.
a-
You
There
have
is
so
YouTube
much to
version
do.
of
You
it.
need to freeze your sister's eggs.
Yeah,
You've got
freeze
all-
her eggs. I need to actually have a nursery for our kids.
You need to do art. You
Need
need
to do
start,
art.
You need to start painting right now.
Jesus, need to find a house in Miami, Lord. Lots of things to do.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. As long as our babies are happy and healthy.
Knowing you two, I know that you're going to figure it out. And I know you're going to figure it out really,
yeah.
really well.
Nah. And this won't be our last journey with you. I'm sure, well, we'll see after these two.
I was
you
going to
know.
lead into that, but I like how you just went right into
Well,
it.
You know, I've always thought 3 is a great number.
Yeah.
He's scared already
Well,
for twins.
I'm just like, let's just do the 2, and then we see.
But
and
we
then
have our
if-
embryo ready to go.
We
so,
already
you
have
know.
lots of other embryos, so then we'll see how the first 2 turn out. How we
They're
turn
gonna,
out.
They're going to turn out great.
Yes. No, of course.
They are going to, this next chapter is going to form you into different people as well.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And it's going to test your relationship at times, big time.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
it already has. Yeah. But in
Yeah.
a great way.
In a good way,
I can
actually.
see how this could really put a wrench in relationships, and it just made us stronger.
Yeah.
It needs to. And if it's not making you stronger now and it's going to test you again, then you need to realize what you need to do to make your relationship stronger as a parent.
Yeah.
Because it's tough. You know, once, after that 3-month period and you get some smiles and everything starts to go
Yeah.
down in a different path and you're like melting every time you look at your kid, then it becomes the next thing you know, you're going to blink and you have a 12-year-old that gives you a lot of attitude.
I know, and that's what
I
everyone keeps saying. They're
know.
like, they grow up so fast. Enjoy, especially when they're like babies. Just enjoy that moment.
Everyone used to tell me that, and I'm like, they're not growing. They're not growing that
Yeah.
fast. There's like, there's been diapers in my house for like 10 years, and now I have a 12-year-old, and I remember the day I brought her home, and I could do without her attitude and without a lot of things that go along
I'm
with
sure.
it, and the fact that she wants to go to the mall with her friends, and I want to just kill myself. But it's an incredible journey that does go by so fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you just think about the amount of time we've known each other, how fast has that gone?
Oh my God! I mean, this pregnancy just has gone by. It seems like we just got pregnant.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah,
I love how you're talking about the next baby already.
Yeah, well,
I know.
yeah.
He's excited.
That's
He's already
good for
talking about
business.
the third. Yeah, right.
And I like them, closer in age. I'm not gonna
No,
wait too
hey.
long if we're gonna have a third.
I'm not against the third.
Yeah.
But you know what? He has something to say too that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I think it makes a lot of sense to just see how it goes.
Oh, yeah.
No
You have
expectations.
to assess the
Exactly.
situation.
But I will tell you something. Any patient or friend that I've ever had that had twins and then had one baby afterwards, it's a joke.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Oh, it's
that's
so
so
easy.
easy.
It's so true. After the fact, it's like, oh, just one.
After the fact, it's just so easy.
Yeah.
If you go from twins to one, because when you have twins, you don't really know what it's like to ever have had
That's
one.
what his
one.
mom kept saying. She's like, I had twins. I had no idea that it
Yeah.
was that hard. So-
Because that's all she knew, and she never had any other children after us. So she's like, it was just my normal, so it wasn't actually that difficult.
Well, we have a little surprise after our twins, and she's 4 years old now. And you also don't pay as much attention to that last kid.
Yeah.
And they just kind of raise themselves in a much more self-sufficient way that is really incredible. And she's my easiest kid.
When are they out of diapers again?
You already planning?
But I'm already like, how many years are we
Around
doing
two,
this?
around two,
Okay.
two and a half.
I could do 2 years. All right.
Yeah, 2.5.
Yeah, the diaper thing gets really old really fast.
I can imagine.
And then you're like in the middle of like somewhere, and then you get screaming, "I have poo poo!" So I don't know. I just like, God, I wish there was a
Yeah,
diaper.
that's why our kids aren't leaving the house till they're 3. So
Yeah, exactly. They won't even know what the outside world looks like.
Well, I'm excited to be watching closely every step of this way. I can't wait to get that call and those pictures coming to me about delivery.
Oh, yes, indeed. And thank you very much.
Yeah,
It's,
thank you
it's
for everything you've done.
Giving us a
because-
miracle. I love it.
Thank you guys for letting me be a part of it, and I hope that everyone's enjoyed listening because I've had a blast just talking, and I can't even believe that we talked this long. I just felt like it just started.
I know.
So thank you guys for joining me here on The Fertile Life. It's been amazing, and we're here now with Dear Media, and you guys were my first recording here at Dear Media. Yeah, so I'm
We're
excited.
honored.
I'm very, very excited about that. So thank you, and I thank you everybody for listening, and I look forward to you guys seeing our next episode.